If you know me, you'll know I love a Star Wars game. And I was super excited with the announcement of Star Wars Bounty Hunter to experience a game I've heard so much of but never played before. I'm very grateful to have been sent a code by Aspyr, so thank you guys for all of the support allowing me to be in this position. It really means the world. When I first received the code, I thought, awesome, let's get started. This shouldn't take too long. The other PS2 era Star Wars games I recently platinumed, Battlefront and the Clone Wars, didn't take too long. How hard could it be? Yeah, hard. Pretty bloody hard. There are 37 trophies to collect, including the platinum. And the real platinum stopper for most here will be the trophy, Non-Lethal Force, for capturing every bounty. This trophy is such a nightmare, and it really changes the enjoyment of this game if you're trying to get all achievements like I was. With the typical Star Wars scroll and me doing a dramatic reveal for the game's title, as if I didn't already know it,
Bounty Hunter.
There's a cutscene between Count Dooku and the Emperor as they discuss the creation of the clone army, which perfectly sets up the era this game takes place in. We join Jango Fett as he's tracking down Miko, his next target.
Oh, it's the music from episode 6.
And we're thrown straight into the action in this arena fight.
Oh, damn. This actually looks pretty good. Obviously, the textures aren't great, but it's definitely high res.
So let's talk a little bit about the remaster very quickly. Noticeably, the graphics have seen a nice uplift, particularly in the lighting and the character model for Jango himself. The controls are nice and modernised, with holding down R2 to shoot instead of spamming the square button, as well as some quality of life improvements, such as being able to open up the scanner quickly with triangle, and believe me, that's going to be super useful for this platinum. The first fight is super easy as the enemy is so slow, and this allows us to leave the ring and earn our first trophy.
And we get a trophy already, the cutting edge for using the cutting torch.
A fair amount of the trophies are for using abilities and weapons for the first time, such as that one there, so a lot of them are earned in the earlier levels. In each chapter there are also additional optional bounties, and there's a trophy for capturing our first one.
That's it, okay, bounty claimed. Target acquired, mark and claim your first bounty. Oh, and this is the way, tie up a bounty.
One down, 149 to go. I also earned a few other simple trophies in this mission, just navigating through it.
Night. Is this for using the poison darts, okay? Oh shit. Jango down, make Mace proud. That's for dying, oh god. Kaboom! Kill 2 enemies with exploding barrels, that's only because I reloaded. No match for a good blaster. Is that because I picked up a blaster while shooting them?
I also got my first secret collectible, of which there are 18, one in each mission.
And I think this is the end of the level as well. Yeah, so it's hidden right at the end of it. We should get the trophy for, yeah, no clone, no problem. Complete a level without using continue. Obviously, I just went to collect the last bounty I missed on the first time. Oh, and another one. Trying to make my way in a universe, claim all bounties in a single level.
10 trophies in the first mission is a bit wild, but the speed at which we earned them slowed down after this. The second mission opens things up more. We've captured this guy and are getting him to escort us to our target, Miko. Very quickly we spot him, and there's a lot of tight encounters, allowing us to get a trophy for using our fists to take an enemy down.
Party foul. What's that for? Kill a non-enemy.
Whilst chasing Miko, we run into this vendor trying to sell us our own jetpack. Safe to say, it doesn't go well for him.
I'll take that off your hands.
How much you offering?
Your life.
Hey, I just found the thing. Don't shoot me. Take it.
They fly now.
They fly now.
God, I hate that quote. Acquired a jetpack.
With the jetpack obtained, we can now fly about, and it controls really nicely. It's a great mechanic to the game, really making you feel like a proper Mandalorian. It also lets us use the flamethrower ability, earning us a trophy.
The 3rd degree.
This is probably my favourite weapon in the game. It's so overpowered because as soon as an enemy is on fire, they can no longer attack you and will eventually perish. The chase continues into the 3rd mission, and this is a pretty cool factory conveyor belt setting. Quite embarrassingly though, I wasn't sure where to go and ended up getting a trophy in the process.
Below ground. I don't know what I'm doing there. Fall to your death. I didn't even fall. I don't know where I'm going at this spot.
It was in this mission, however, the cracks started to show with the bounties. You see, this guy here has a tendency to get stuck on this part, meaning it's really tricky to capture him alive. The reason this is important is because the trophy Non-Lethal Force does require you to capture every bounty alive, If they're dead, it's pointless, and you have to restart the mission all over again, collecting every single one up to this point. With some missions having up to 15 in total, and they can be scattered and hidden all over the place. I didn't actually figure this out until the 3rd chapter of this game, but this really makes this platinum so much harder than you'd think, for reasons mostly out of my control. The end of the 1st chapter has a boss fight against this ship, but it's just a case of strafing and shooting the targets to take it down, allowing us to capture the bounty we came here for.
Dead or Alive, Miko, complete, chapter 1. Cool.
With the 1st chapter down, the story really kicks into gear. We meet Roz, a Tadarian just like Watto from the Phantom Menace. She acts as Django's manager, if you will, helping him find his next bounty, which is exactly what she does as we now cross paths with Count Dooku. He wants us to find someone called Kamari Vossa, and the reward is a very tasty 5 million credits. She's rumoured to be associated with Death Sticks, which sends us to Coruscant. Having Coruscant looking this good from a PS2 game is super impressive. Anyway, there are 15 bounties to collect in this mission, which means we had to pay extra attention to not accidentally shoot any without scanning them first. We can also open up this gate and grab a power-up called Mandalorian Rage. This grants invincibility and makes us shoot rapidly. Django tracks down Jervis Gloom.
You want to buy some death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
Who reveals the location of the Death Sticks factory. The mission where we navigate to it is one of the first parts of the game where I felt like the platforming jumped up in difficulty. Particularly with this segment here, I just couldn't seem to do it properly, even when I did eventually make it. Climbing up from that area, there's a room full of enemies and a heavy machine gun, which earns us another trophy for using it. And the end of this mission has a boss fight in a pretty cool looking location, which I noticed in the trailer for this game.
This part, it looks just like the freezing chamber in Empire Strikes Back. It's pretty cool. Yeah, here we go.
You're late, Fett.
Montross.
It's been a long time, Django.
Not long enough.
This boss fight is pretty simple once again, as you just strafe and shoot, but it also appears that I died the same time Montross did, although he actually just escapes and we will see him again later.
Did I win or did I lose? It said I failed just as the cutscene happened. Republic credits are no good here. Earn 100,000 credits.
We're taken to the upper parts of Coruscant, and this game is brilliant for having such a variety in levels. Each level feels different and stands out. I decided to take out this bounty by using a thermal detonator for a trophy. Yeah, I still didn't know they had to be kept alive at this point. We climb up some stairs and find ourselves in an elevator shaft, which leads us to this room with floating fountains. And this was the first room in the game where I noticed a difficulty spike, as enemies surround you in every direction. There is a grenade launcher you can pick up, which also does unlock a trophy for using it for the first time.
To shreds, you say?
To add to the difficulty of this area, I kept encountering a glitch while scaling up.
This glitch is really annoying as well. Like, this shouldn't be happening.
Finally reaching the top, but using up all of my lives in the process, the clunky controls didn't do me any favours.
No, 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 let's not fucking... Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh, I've got to do the whole fucking level again now. Are you fucking joking me, man? Oh my god.
Tracking all the way back through the level and collecting all of the same bounties once again, we reach the senator we're looking for and are interrupted by the space police.
Release him, now! As you wish.
No, wait!
This fight, however, can be done very quickly by just spamming the grenade launcher over at them, earning the trophy, low lives in high places. Our next target is a prisoner on an asteroid, and this chapter was a real difficulty spike for me, taking me hours to get through. The first part isn't so bad, and at the entrance to the prison, I used my newly unlocked manual guided missile for the first time, before having a barbecue with the prison guards, making the tight corridor sections rather simple. We eventually reach the prisoner, but are too slow to the party. Zam Wessel, the shapeshifter who tries to assassinate Padme with bugs in the Attack of the Clones, has beat us to it. And so begins the second mission. And oh my god, this mission took me so long. But it was also right at the start of this mission, I realised I had made a huge error up to this point.
So I've made a huge mistake, which is going to cost me a few hours. The trophy Non-Lethal Force requires you to capture every bounty, not kill some. And I've been killing some because that's how you get credits. So I'm going to have to replay some of the probably all of the first few levels and try and capture every bounty. So everything up to now is kind of ruined in a lot of ways.
I was really struggling with some of the sections in this level, and quite simply, I just had to learn the enemy's attack patterns and get good.
Oh my fucking god, man!
Whilst making sure not to miss or accidentally kill any bounties, of which there are 10 in this level. And this is particularly annoying when you reach one of the last ones, nailing every encounter up to this point, and they just decide to jump off the edge like this, setting you back to square one.
What are you supposed to do, right? When you've played the whole mission up to this point, and then the bounty just dies like that. Completely out of your control.
This mission took me over 2 hours, and in this time I ended up earning both the kill-related trophies in this game, with the amount of restarts it took. But eventually, after this last encounter, we meet Zam Wessel, and my suffering is over for now. The last mission in this chapter is thankfully a lot easier, as we basically just blow up these generators, before having a tricky boss fight against this rocket-firing ship.
Is that it? I think that's it. If I died one more time, I would have had to do like half hour, 40 minutes all over again. Half hour. But we've got the Asteroid prison. Let's see what happens next. Is this where we get the ship? Yeah.
Next, we're off to the jungle. I discovered very quickly that these Nexu are super difficult to take down if you don't know how to. Anyway, getting through the jungle isn't too bad, just quite long. There are another 15 bounties here, and we have to be very careful to collect all of them. I also used the sniper rifle for the first time, whilst taking enemies out for another trophy. Mission 11, however. Oh boy, Mission 11. It completely broke me. It made me question whether this platinum was even obtainable.
So, in there is Zap Ulga, who is a bounty I need, and he is stuck in this building, and I can't enter it, so I can't get this bounty. At least not without maybe restarting the level and getting all of the bounties up to this point again. I don't know if this was a glitch in the original game, but I'm not happy, man.
So I restarted the level once again and ran into another issue. Whether this is a bug in the original game or only in this remaster, I'm unsure, but it was infuriating. And 2 minutes later, there was another issue.
He's literally... The guy I'm supposed to be getting has just jumped off the edge without me doing anything. This level's a joke. This level's literally fucking broken.
Another 30 minutes later, I got back to the same spot. And all hope was gone, as I didn't see any way I could get this bounty. Until...
Oh my god, let me in. Oh my god, I'm in. That literally was a platinum stopper. I've done it. Can I get out? I can get out. Oh my god. Right, we're back.
I reached this throne room and beat the level finally. But little did I know, this next mission was one of the worst in the entire game. If you've played this game before, you'll know exactly which one I'm talking about. Death Stick Factory. The encounters in this level aren't too bad, so if you're just playing through the story, you probably wouldn't notice. But the bounties in this level are a joke. You see, a lot of this level has short, narrow platforms. And, well, the bounties you tag have a tendency to go wandering off.
He's dead. I've got to do the whole mission again.
And like I said, you need to get every single bounty alive in one run. If you miss one, you may as well just restart the level. Which means when you play perfectly up to a bounty, and then they decide to do this, it's infuriating beyond belief. After about an hour and pushing through the horrendous AI with pure persistence, I fought the antagonist bounty hunter once again by spamming my rockets, completing the chapter.
Yeah, that was a very easy boss fight if you have the rockets for it. A tense partnership, complete chapter 4. 2 more to go. Oh, man, this game's so much harder than I thought.
Hey, did you name that new ship of yours yet?
She's called Slave One.
Tatooine is up next, and in terms of aesthetics, it's one of the coolest chapters and really hits that Star Wars feel. First up is the mission Longo 2 Guns, where we're hunting down, you guessed it, Longo 2 Guns. For the trophy No Civilian Casualties, we need to kill 150 enemies without killing any non-enemies, and it would cost me literally hours later on. Generally, the combat in this level is pretty tough, as there are so many enemies, and for some reason, Django decided not to bring his jetpack, meaning no rockets, no flying, and no flamethrower. I didn't realise at the time, but one of the bounties I collected died as I was collecting him, meaning I'd have to replay this level again later on. But we do find Longo, and he can really tank a lot of blaster shots, before we come face to face with Jabba. He tells us the information we seek is with another hut called Gardula, and also to take her out whilst we're at it.
And 330,000 credits.
So it's time to navigate through the canyon, taking out the Tusken Raiders. There are some Massifs, which are these like dog-looking things, and they can be tricky to take down because of the way they pounce at you. The level design in this mission is excellent, as we navigate through the canyon with the help of our jetpack. What's not excellent, however, is the AI, which is diabolical once again, especially when you carefully fly through the canyon and they just continuously decide to run off, making you restart the mission all over again.
It's the last one. It's literally the last one.
The worst one was this guy right here, who will jump off even if you're nowhere near him. And bear in mind, each run takes about 20 minutes plus to get to this point, as he is the last bounty in this mission. Third time lucky, I guess, right? We find Zam captured, and for some reason, she rats us out.
Guards! Guards!
Which means we've come face to face with our target, Gardula, and are stripped of all equipment in this arena. Escaping is pretty easy, however. Maybe too easy. And once we have our equipment back, we can make a Gamorrean barbecue as well. In comparison, this level is pretty straightforward, and I got all of the bounties and completed it on my first go. Finally, an easier level.
There's one more thing, Gardula. Jabba sends his regards.
The boss fight against this dragon-looking thing is pretty easy.
Ah, this is easy with this gun. That'll be it.
And then Django left Zam in the cells after her betrayal.
I've got a bounty to hunt.
Django, come back! Django!
Damn, Django really doesn't care, does he? A favour for a hut. Complete chapter 5.
Whilst Django's been busy, the other bounty hunter has also been busy, and killed Roz from earlier. We now have all of the information we need to find the main target of the game, initially set by Count Dooku, Kamari Vossa. Thankfully, there are no more bounties in these levels, so we can just enjoy the game, only needing to collect the secrets. Although Mission 16 can be long, with the flamethrower we can easily take care of the Bando Gora, and we come face to face with our Mandalorian enemy once again.
Looks like a dead end, Montross.
Been waiting for you, Django. You're pretty quick. Think you can outrun this?
Oh, I've done it. I've done it. If I died there, I would have had to do the whole mission again.
I'll see you in hell, Django.
Save a place for me.
Django eventually gets captured by Vossa, but Zam is here to save us,
Oh, shit.
earning back our trust and leading to the finale of the game.
Back in a minute.
Damn. Okay. I thought that was it. I thought I had to like do the whole level again or something. This boss fight really isn't too tough if you dodge. She's just got so much health that it takes a while. That's the problem. Like, my bullets are just doing nothing to her pretty much. And you just stop firing when she starts deflecting. It's quite easy. It's just long. Going after Vossa, is that it? There's got to be something else, isn't there?
Taking her out, and the final cutscene has Dooku and Django meet,
Congratulations, bounty hunter.
which really nicely connects up to the events of the Clone Wars.
I'll collect the reward now.
Of course, of course. 5 million, was it? Or much more, if you'll come with me to Camino to be cloned.
Story is fantastic. Gameplay, not so much, but the story is great.
With the story done, I could earn some very quick trophies in the menu for reading, or in my case, skipping through the comic book, and watching some of the outtakes. Some of my favourites were both from this guy.
There's something in my nose.
And there it is. Blooper reel, watch all the outtakes.
And then I went through the earlier levels again, collecting all of the bounties alive, which still had its issues, such as this guy getting stuck again. After replaying all of the earlier levels and finishing on the first level again, I thought the trophy would have popped.
Oh my god. I'm missing one. And I don't know where it is.
Luckily, I had been recording, and I had a clip at the end of every level. meaning I could scour through and see that in the Longo 2 Guns mission, that total should have said 15 and not 14. And I swear to God, I spent 7 hours finishing off the last 3 trophies in this mission. I pretty easily got my last secret in the game.
Got you. There's the last secret for Secrets of the Galaxy at least, so we're almost there.
And a couple hours of running this mission over and over meant I could finally get all of the bounties in one run. It really was a tricky one. But the real reason this took so long was for the trophy No Civilian Casualties mentioned earlier. You see, there is gunfire everywhere and there are civilians everywhere, and they have a tendency to gravitate around you.
For fuck's sake.
So sometimes I would accidentally shoot them, and sometimes the enemies would.
I can't do it. I just can't do it.
And for some reason, I thought if the enemies kill them, you have to restart. Well, that's not the case. Eventually, 6 hours after first replaying this level, I very carefully went through it, not caring if a Jawa died, as long as it wasn't by my bullets.
Moment of truth. I don't think it's going to work, but let's try. Oh my god, I got it. I got it. A legend is born. First in the world. Oh my god. I could have saved so much time. I thought if they die and you don't hit them, you don't get the trophy. But you do. Wherever I read that, that was completely wrong.
Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. Please do leave a like if you enjoyed, it really helps me out. And why not comment, "This is the way," so I know you're a real one. With that, click on screen to see my experiences with more platinum trophies.